I love when random memories come up because I am so ridiculous and oblivious sometimes, guys. It's hilarious to look back on. Here's a story of how I accidentally let on a guy for half a night when I'm very married. Okay, so first off, I need to point out that this guy, his first language, at least, and that wasn't necessarily not English. It was like maybe he had learned both at the same time, or he was from another country in Europe, like Norway or Denmark or something, where he just didn't necessarily know all the words here, and he had an accent. So I met this guy when I was at an EDM show, right? I am a social butterfly when I go out. I went alone, by the way. I was just flitting around, smoking with different people, and just complimenting all the girls' outfits, having the time of my life this night, right? Meet this guy while I'm out, and we get to talking. I learned he's from another country. I asked where. Can't remember now because this was a couple years ago. But we're just chatting. I like picking people's brains. I honestly was not trying to flirt. It's just that other people are my special interest, and I like learning how people's brains work, especially if you're from a culture or country that I'm not intimately aware of. So I'm just enjoying chatting with this guy. But I know, I mean, just look at it. Just look at it. I don't want to be a dick, okay? So I'm purposely putting my left hand up a little bit, but I know they never see that. No one ever sees it. But I just mentioned my hubby casually multiple times. I'm like, oh yeah, it's my hubby didn't want to come out tonight, blah, 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 blah. We did this and this, yada, yada, yada. I tend to talk about him a lot when I'm talking with, especially strangers, but anyone, because he's just super cool anyway. He's still chatting with me even after I've dropped a couple times. So I'm like, okay, he genuinely wants to talk to me. Me, even though, okay. And honestly, it does happen sometimes. I've had many times where I talked to a guy who was a stranger out and about, and he ended up just being genuinely nice, even after I mentioned I have this. Guys, story within a story. So one time when I was really broke, and I was married again. I've been married 3 years, right? So I wanted a drink, and I didn't want to lead anyone on, but I knew if I found a man, he would buy me a drink. But I didn't want to be, again, an a-hole. So I saw a guy sitting alone at the bar. He seemed pretty nice aura. I don't know, cool. So I go up to him. I say, hi, hey, what's up? And I'm like, so I'm honestly really broke. I got a drink, but I kind of really just want one more. If you get me a drink, I would love to sit and chat, but I do need to tell you now I'm married. And I told him I'd give him a kiss on the cheek because I'm just like that. I do that with everyone. He looks at me like this. Yeah. Okay. And I sit down, show him my Instagram. He shows me his. He had a bunch of trucks on him. We talked about trucks. It was a fun conversation. And I asked him if he wanted the kiss on the cheek at the end, and he was like, oh, no, you're good. I'm like, ah. Anyway, I'm just saying men can be nice. Not always. My cat just, when I said that, but they can be, I swear. Back to my story. So this guy whose first language is not English, or he has an accent, and he just doesn't know all the words that you would use in the USA. He had really good English, though. I wasn't thinking anything about me saying hubby. It's just what I say. I said it every time. I never once said husband. Guys, he asked me after we had been talking for probably a good 45 minutes at the show, between sitting outside and sitting and having a drink. And he asked me what hubby meant. He was like, you keep mentioning this hubby. What does hubby mean? Is that your friend? I explained. I went like this, which again, I had been, okay, just, I went like this. I'm like, no, that means husband. Hubby means husband. Guys, I didn't see him the rest of the goddamn night. He got up very quickly to do something. I didn't talk to him again. Okay, some men. I know he just, but Oh my god, guys, I didn't realize for a whole ass almost hour, I think. I'm so oblivious sometimes. I know it had to have been in the facial expressions and shit. I'm a little ridiculous. That's it. That's my